Hi, this is Diane Dieterich, and welcome again to this version of SketchUp Quick Tips. And today we're going to look at a very cool extension called Soapskin and Bubble, which helps you make complex curves in 3 dimensions. So just to show you where you can get this, we're going to go to the extension warehouse, which is the button right next to the 3D warehouse. And this one is so popular that it makes their front page. Right here it's called Soapskin and Bubble. If you click on that, you are going to see an install button here. Mine says uninstall because I already have it on my computer. If you just click that, it takes a couple seconds to download and you will see a toolbar on your screen. If you do download it and the next time you open SketchUp, like now, and you're like, oh, what happened to it? You might have to go up to View Toolbars, and if you click on Soap Bubble here, you'll get it to pop up again. So this is the interface, super simple. I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with it. The first time I'm just going to take my line tool and quickly draw a simple triangle. Then I'm going to take my arc tool and I'm going to hold the blue arrow because I want my arcs to go in this direction if they're not wanting I should be able to hold down Shift then and lock to this side. Same thing here, here, drawing up in the blue direction. I'm going to hold down the up button, those are the arrows, and click to this one. And now I have this kind of interesting trifold hat shape taking place. I'm going to take my eraser tool and I'm going to erase all these edges so I have this kind of nice parabolic shape left. Now if you wanted to make this a face in SketchUp, you can see that it's not coplanar on any level, so how do you get this face to fill in? And that's how you can use this soap bubble extension. So I'm going to pick these 3 lines and I'm going to hit this first button which says Generate Soapskin. And it's going to say how many divisions do you want that in. I'm going to increase that just a little bit, and I'm going to hit enter again, and I'm going to hit enter again, and right before your eyes a super cool engine goes to work pretty quickly and fills in that shape. So even more cool, I can then take that shape and select it, and the third little blue oval down kitty bean says generate a soap bubble. And what this actually does is it pumps air pressure into this, almost like this was at a wedding and this was going to be your canopy. So if I click that, if you look down here it says how much pressure do you want to add to it. So I've got my front faces on the bottom right now and the top faces on the top. So positive is going to push it in the white front face direction, negative is going to push it in this direction, which is actually what I want. So I'm going to type in the minus sign and hit 40, hit enter, and you can see it takes that and blows it up even more. How about if I hit minus 60, hit enter, it's going to blow it up even more. And now I've got this super cool 3D parabolic shape. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can use the same tool to create a cushion. So I'm just going to make a rectangle that's 2 feet by 2 feet, and then I'm going to use this arc tool to just quickly soften the edges a bit so my pillow's not quite so square. So again, I'm just going from endpoint to endpoint, making sure that I'm pulling out in either the green or the red depending on the direction I'm going. If I'm pulling out in the blue, my arc is coming up, which we tried to accomplish in the first part of this video. I'm also going to get rid of the plane because the soap bubble tool just wants the lines, it doesn't want a plane. And I'm going to pick them all, go up to this first, generate soapskin, and type in maybe 12 divisions, and then hit enter again. So no cool poofiness is being created because these lines were all on the same axes. But I'm now going to pick that grid that I just made, and I'm going to go to the generate soap bubble. So plus is in the direction that the white, the front face is. If you put in a minus sign, it's going to go in the other direction. So let's just type in 30 to start with. That made a little indentation. How about if I type in 100, and that's getting a little bigger, and if I type in 200, that's getting bigger. I haven't quite figured out what these numbers are relating to, so just know that you can keep changing the numbers until you get the effect that you want. I'm going to punch in 400, that's too puffy. How about 300, and maybe 200, and let's keep it at that. So I'm going to make a copy of this. So we have half a pillow. I'm going to make a copy of that. First of all, before I copy it over, we don't want all these lines to show. So I can right click and say I want to soften and smooth the edges. That's always a way to get rid of too many extra lines. It's going to pop out the soften and smooth edge control from your default tray. You usually want to click soften coplanar and change it. So now you see I have a nice soft curving shape. I'm going to take this, and you can see if I move it over to the side that my original shape is still here, and I'm going to use that actually to make some piping for my pillow. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to move a copy up. I'm going to right click and flip along the blue axes, and then I'm going to move those two together, and I have a pillow already. But what I want to do is make a nice piping to go around the edge of my cushion. So to do that, I'm going to use this shape and the Follow Me tool. So if you haven't used a Follow Me tool before, you need a path, you need a shape to extrude. I need a little circle that's going to center itself on this, which might be, if I get to the end point, and if I zoom in the orientation that I want my circle to go out to, that's going to help it understand which orientation. If you go this way, it's going to want to pop out in a different axis. So I'm going to type down in the radius box down here. I'm going to click, pull out, click again, and let's type in maybe 2 inches, just so we have a nice huge, it's going to be way too huge. Maybe I should type in 1 inch instead. So again, for the Follow Me tool, I'm going to pick my path. So I'm picking part of it, holding down Shift till it's all selected. I'm going to come over here, pick the Follow Me tool, pick that shape, and it's going to extrude that piping all along. Again, this is a little extreme, but just so we can see what's going on. So let's go over to the materials. Again, probably not colors you would pick, but I'm just going to paint the piping in one color, triple click on it, make it all a group. Let's go over and let's make a Christmas pillow. Pick a green, paint it on the cushion, and then if we take this and move it into place, you can see that I now have this piping that perfectly follows my shape that I made. So this is a pretty regular pillow. There's other tools you can use to give it a little creases and whatever for now. But right now we're going to leave it at that, and you can practice the soap bubble tool for a bit first. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a great day.